So, we are going to be making a competitive team today for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Of course, not in the actual Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't have a capture card, and recording just like your Switch screen is atrocious. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead. As you can see, we're doing Showdown, and I'm going to make a team here. We're going to have a VGC 2020 team, which is awesome. I really like the format. I don't play singles. Singles is gross, in my opinion. No offense to anybody who plays singles. Just I don't like it. All right, so let's start it. Our first Pokemon. I should mention that I want to make a Hail team, and I've thought this out quite a bit. So our first Pokemon is going to be Vanillux. Why Vanillux? Because I want to set up Hail, and I want to set up Hail fast and long, which is why I'm going to give it the Icy Rock, which will allow us to have Hail for much longer than if we didn't, which is quite beneficial to our team. Obviously, we're going to have Aurora Veil. We get to have basically a Reflect and a Light Screen up in one turn. The only downside to this move is that it needs to be hailing for you to use it. It doesn't matter if the hail goes away after you use it. It'll still have its effects in place, no matter what. Our next move will be Blizzard, because we like to have that damage, and the fact that it hits both Pokemon is a very nice bonus. Freeze Dry is great because it allows us to threaten water types, which is kind of a weakness on this team. Don't have very many moves to threaten water types. And it's also fantastic against something like Gastrodon, which can definitely wall my team. Gastrodon would be a big problem. So don't like that too much. And so the final move that I want to throw on this is Taunt. Not Protect or anything, because that would kind of be kind of gross. I don't think it would work all that well. This thing is not meant to stick around for all that long. I just wanted to use it really to set up Hail, and then if it goes down, it goes down. Of course, prolonging its life would be ideal, but I don't really feel like I need to. Taunt makes it so that it's harder for other Pokemon to set up things like Tailwind or screens, and that's really helpful. Since this Vanillux is something that I like to throw out as a lead most of the time, that's a good move, I think, to throw on it. Just to counter other setups. I'm going to go with the suggested spread here because it's pretty good. I don't really care that much about bulk, mainly damage. HP is good. Sure, throw a little bit into that special defense. Maybe I'll actually take that out and just put it into speed. Just get that to a nice rounded 100. That's pretty nice. Modest nature, I like it. And we're going to move on to the next one now. Now, next Pokemon, we are going to have a Galarian. Darmanitan. Darmanitan is fantastic. It is so strong and so fast and so threatening that it's kind of essential on a Hail team. Of course, it isn't totally essential, but if you want to have a really good time, you're going to want to use the Darmanitan. Now, with its ability, Guerrilla Tactics, that gives it basically its own choice band, I don't have to worry about anything else. It's pretty much done. I could throw anything I want on this, but of course, what I really want to throw on it is a Choice Scarf, because if I'm going to be locked into a move anyways, why not just throw in another item that locks me into a move? It doesn't make any difference, because that's what Guerrilla Tactics does. It does has the exact same effect as a Choice Band. If I wanted to get super damage, I could throw another Choice Band on it, and it would be like, what, 3 times or whatever damage on each of its moves? That's ridiculous. But if I throw Choice Scarf, then this thing outspeeds so much of the Pokemon in the game, and it just does so much damage. For the moves, I'm going, since I'm locked into moves, this thing is just hyper offense. I want to throw Brick Break on it, so that if they set up screens, they set up screens, of course, because I have Vanillux with Taunt. So if they manage to set up screens, Brick Break is very helpful. Plus, if I Dynamax this, Max Knuckle boosts its offense even more, which is just great. Next move will be Fire Punch. We are very weak to quite a few things, like Steel. And this, have a Fighting type move and a Fire type move on this thing. Big help. Big help. Another move, Icicle Crash. Gotta have that stab bonus, and Icicle Crash is a fantastic move. Of course, it does not have the greatest accuracy, but the chance to flinch is quite high, almost 1 in 3, and the base power, 85, nothing to scoff at. You know, it's fantastic. And for our final move, we're going to have Rock Slide, because we like to have that spread damage, and also another chance to flinch, which is great. And even more coverage for, like, fire types, or bug types, or even other ice types. Of course, we're going to go with the spread right here. It's a fantastic spread. We are so fast with this, and so threatening with that massive attack stat. It is fantastic. We don't even need to throw Adamant on it, simply because we want the speed, so we can outspeed threats like Dragapult, which is very fast. I'm not sure if this outspeeds Scarf Dragapult, but that doesn't really matter. I have a lot of potential counters to Dragapult, considering this is a Hail team, a lot of Ice types. I feel like I'm perfectly safe. Not perfectly, but I feel like I'm fairly safe from a Dragapult. Next Pokemon is going to be Eiscue. Why Eiscue? Well, because of the fact that it is, first of all, awesome, and it is Savage and Troll. But this ability Ice Face, it makes it so that any physical move will not do any damage to it, and it will just get rid of its Ice Face, I guess. It is exactly the same as Mimikyu's Disguise, except it only works on physical moves. It can regenerate if it's in the Hail, which is why I have Hail, and it does not have any kind of residual damage after the fact. The item I want to throw on this is a Mago Berry, because I just like it. I just like Mago Berry. I think it's the best looking berry out of all of these, and I just like it. Ice Face, that's obviously the move, the ability that we're going to use, because it doesn't get anything else. Signature ability. Now for the moves. The moves are a little bit... Now, okay. I like this set quite a bit. I like the idea of running Belly Drum to maximize our offense. That's why we're running a Mago Berry, so we can heal up afterwards. That's what I want. Icicle Crash for some stab, and just good offensive damage. Liquidation for even more offense against things like rock and fire types, which I really like that, and ground, so yeah. And our last move will be Protect, just because. Bulky Physical Sweeper, +6 attack Eiscue will demolish. Just you watch. I'm not throwing Belly Drum on Darmanitan because of its ability. If I had a Galarian Darmanitan with a Zen mode, you can bet that I would throw Belly Drum on that thing. Definitely. Moving on to our next Pokemon. So we have 3 fairly offensive beasts, and right now I'm wanting to throw something a little more bulky, which is why we're going to have Milotic. Milotic, the water type beast of bulk. It is very good. Of course, we are going to want to have an awesome leftovers to regain some health after every turn, competitive to mess with people's heads and raise our special attack, which is a massive threat. Pretty standard set on this. Scald for burn and stab damage. Icy Wind to slow down people so that my Pokemon will be faster, especially Eiscue will enjoy that. A nice recover for even more annoyance. And last move, I've been kind of torn on what I should put for this thing's final move, because Protect just seems like a little bit overkill. I've been thinking maybe I could put Helping Hands on it, but I don't know. Anything really works. I could put literally almost anything and it would work. I just don't know. Mirror Coat seems to be pretty awesome. I think that's what I'll go for because, you know, Electric type move. This thing is bulky as hell. It definitely will not go down. We can fire back at anything that wants to take us down, and we'll be good. So I think I'm going to go with the Mirror Coat. Very defensive set is what I want to run. Bam. Perfect. We have pretty much equal defenses, just a little bit off on defense, which makes no difference. Bold is fantastic nature on Milotic. If I really wanted to, I could make this thing a specially defensive beast, but I think having a rounded bulk is much more beneficial to this team. Our next Pokemon will be the one and only fan favorite from this generation, Corviknight. Corviknight is awesome. I really like Corviknight. And this thing is another bulk monster, but much more defensively bulky. That's what this thing's use is, to be physically bulky, which is why our item is going to be a Psychic Seed. You might be thinking, well, why run a Psychic Seed? That raises special defense. You'll see in a second. It never hurts to raise your defenses by any amount. It always helps. Mirror Armor is a fantastic ability to completely nullify, well, not nullify, but just turn the tables on, you know, intimidators. It's really good. Our moves for this bad boy is going to be Brave Bird, because stab and damage is really, really nice. Body Press, because Corviknight's defenses are quite nice. Iron Head, because it's awesome. And Stab, and we kind of need a Fairy type counter. And finally, our last move will be Bulk Up, to raise our attack and defense even higher so that we can dole out as much damage as possible. Bulky Physical Sweeper, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go for a highly defensive set with some investment into attack. Why not? Why not? Why not? And then we'll have it be a cool adamant, because what difference does it make, really? What difference does it make to us? This is a very nice set. I feel like you could either run that extra little bit of the extra little bit of EVs, the extra 4 EVs into speed if you wanted to. Doesn't make much of a difference. Corviknight is not on this team to be fast, it's on this team to be bulky and threatening, and a wall to physical Pokemon. That's what this is for. And I love it. Our final Pokemon, and this is the reason why we run Psychic Seed on Corviknight, is going to be Indeedee Female. I almost spelled that completely wrong. Indeedee Female. Very good. Very good Pokemon. A very good redirector. And a very good support mon, which I like a lot. I don't think I've figured out what kind of item I want to run on this. I think the best item to run on this would probably be a Cobra Berry, just to, keep it in for a little bit longer. Psychic Surge is what we want, because it's great, and it allows us to get that Psychic Seed into effect on Corviknight, which is very nice. We're going to want to run a very supportive set, so things like Fake Out, maybe Healing Wish would be pretty good. Psychic, just so we can have a little bit of damage on this. And final move, I want Follow Me. Fast, bulky support. Yeah. Just yeah. It's got pretty good special defense, so no big issues there. Nice, big HP stat. Very nice HP stat. Its defense is, who cares? Defense is bad anyways. What difference does it make? No biggie. We're going to take this out because that does not make any sense. We are going to change that, and we're going to throw a little bit of this into our special defense just to boost it up a little bit more. I think that it did not realize that I chose a needy female and it was going for an needy male set. I still don't know why it would make it so that it gets adds to attack. Why would it do that? Doesn't a needy male have a higher special attack stat still over its attack stat? What difference does it make? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is my team that I've come up with, and I think it will do quite well. I'm hoping it'll do quite well, because if it doesn't, then I will have spent time making this for no reason. And let me see, is it valid? Why, yes it is. I know that Pokemon Home was just released a couple days ago, and that is going to throw a wrench into a ton of people's teams. So people are going to be creating a whole bunch of different stuff. I am going to probably take advantage of that. However, I want to use this in a regionals competition that's coming up. I still don't know how to sign up for one of those. I'll figure out very soon if I can or cannot even participate in that. But if I can, this is the team that I want to use. Big time. So, awesome. Let's go ahead and test it out in the battle. If we lose, not too great. But you know what? Who cares? Sword and Shield, doubles, VGC 2020, big boys. Let's find a battle. Username. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. That was dumb of me to not even realize that I was not logged in. Awesome. Let's go. Now we can take advantage of this team. Now we can battle. Let's go. Let's find a battle and attempt to get some use out of Eiscue, which is what I really want to do. Okay, this team is interesting. Whoa, music is on. Don't really care for that. Okay, let's just mute sounds altogether. Awesome. Okay, Pokemon I want to use against this team. Definitely, I am able to use Eiscue in this. I actually think I am. Let's actually go for a Vanillux and let's go for Vanillux and Eiscue lead with. I think that in the back I'm going to want to have. For the back I'm gonna have Darmanitan, and I think Milotic would be my best bet. This team does not look all that great for Corviknight. I guess it could work. I guess it could. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Vanillux, Eiscue. We're gonna throw Indeedee and Corviknight. Let's do it. Alright. They sent out their Caramel Goblin and Froggy. Both shinies. Very nice. Very nice. Let's quickly set up an Aurora Veil, because that's what we want to get off big time, and a fat belly drum. This big old penguin. That's kind of small penguin. But he got a big old head on him. Alright, so he's Swords Dancing. Not that big of a deal. Dazzling Gleam. Doesn't do much because we got an Aura Veil up. Belly drum. Yeah, take that. Take that, boys. That's what I like to see. Alright, so, they can't do much to me. Honestly, they can't, which is just great. I really think I want to go for a Blizzard here, just for damage, and let's go for an Icicle Crash onto the Froggy, because I don't want it setting up any more than it can. Drain Punch, yeah, whatever. Ice Face, loser, lol. Icicle Crash takes it out completely. Get blown off the face of this earth. And we froze the Sableye! Oh my god! We're so lucky. This is awesome. This is actually awesome. Okay, let's see what they go for next. Who else do they have? Who else do they have on their team that they brought? I just noticed his name, Sans420 Epic Gamer. That's awesome. Ah, Galarian Darmanitan of their own. Lamonke. Nice. Let's taunt it. Because it could be a Zen mode one that will also want to go ahead and do that. A nice old belly drum of its own. So we're going to go for a liquidation onto Lamonke. I use Quash to make me lose. Oh, it took move last. Ooh! We left on nothing almost. Woohoo! It killed itself. Taunted. And Liquidation takes it out. Liquidation takes it out. It killed its own Sableye, which is, you know, fantastic for us. Like, woohoo! Awesome. We're going to go for a Freeze Dry. Just because, you know, why not? It's awesome. And we don't really have anything better, so we're just going to go for a Liquidation. Why not? Dynamax it. Awesome. Cool. Max Darkness onto Eiscue is going to take it out, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. But our Freeze Dry does over half of its HP. That is awesome. Let's go for Corviknight. Corviknight, I don't think this thing has any way of living. Let's just go for another Freeze Dry. And we can go for a... We can go for just a body press. Why not? Why not? Max Darkness again. It's Corviknight. Does almost nothing. Makes it lose some special defense. Mirror Armor takes down his special defense. That's totally going to take it out. Nice. So we win our first battle. Awesome. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more team building, or if you want to see me actually play the real game Sword and Shield, tell me. And I will try my best to find a capture card and install it on so we can actually get some real battles going. Alright. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.